Okay, so at this stage, I'm going to show you how to use nuts and bolts. I'm going to use it's called a pan mount screw, which is like a screw head, a screw head that you can have flush with the top of the piece of wood, which means that it's level. And then obviously it goes through the two pieces of wood and then onto a little nut at the end to hold things together. So it can be used for just holding two materials together if you want it to be nut and bolted together. So just using two pieces of wood for the sake of this. So again, find the middle and then cut the two pieces of wood in half. And obviously use the tri-square to make sure it's level. Okay, so here's my two pieces of wood. Now I want to screw them both together. I want to nut and bolt them both together, I should say. What I'm going to do is I want to position my piece of wood one on top of the other. And then I'm going to find the width of this piece of wood by just putting a dot on the other piece of wood. And then I'm going to use the tri-square just to level that off. Okay, and then I'm going to basically do X marks the spot from corner to corner. So the line I've just drawn to the edge of the piece of wood. So I'm trying to find the center by just using an X. And then I'm going to repeat the same process on the other piece of wood. So a little dot. And just draw the 90-degree line across. And then it's X marks the spot on the other piece of wood as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pan mount screw that I've got, bolts effectively that I've got, and I'm just going to look for the right size drill bit that I need. So I've got my set of drills, and I'll just rewind that a little bit. What I've got here is I'm basically taking out one of the drill bits at a time, and then putting the bolt into the holes that's just to check for the right size. The right size drill bit that I need. I think it's a 6mm drill bit that I needed, but I just wanted to confirm it by just putting it into the hole just to check to see if it fitted into the correct place. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove what was already in it. So this drill bit was in it from a previous task. And if I put it in reverse by just pushing the blue button on the side, I can then unscrew the chuck and remove the drill bit. You just then twist it and it should come out, and it opens up the little clasp on either side. Then you put the other 6mm drill bit in and do slightly open it up first, and I'm closing it to make sure it's the right size. And then you just then twist it so it'd be righty tighty, lefty loosey. So I twisted it to the right hand side. How are you looking at it? And then you push this bit back in again to make sure it's in the forward motion. It's that little blue button. Now, can you see before I found how wide the piece of wood was, and then I did X marks the spot. So I'm going to drill my hole right in the center, so I know that on both pieces they'll be in the same location. Okay, I'm going to use a center punch just to make sure that it is in the center of the X. Just tap it down, just to create like a little dent in the wood, so that when I use my drill or drill bit, the tip of the drill bit here will find the dent and it will make sure it aligns better. Okay, now I want to make sure that I don't drill too deep because there's quite a long drill bit here. So what I'm going to do is I've got the width of the piece of wood, and I take a piece of masking tape, and then I will then wrap it around. So I know that I'm going to stop when I get to the masking tape, just here, to make sure I don't drill too deep. Okay, again, scrap piece of wood, put your piece of wood on top of that you want to drill through, And again, line it up with the dent that you just made and then push down firmly. You don't have to pull the trigger too hard and it should drill through. And then repeat on the other one. And just check to see if it fits. If you have a look at it at the minute, it's sticking up high because I need to basically countersink the top so that it fits in level with the edge. So what I'm looking for now is the countersink. So I'm using the manual countersink tool. And you can see that it's sticking high from the wood. So I want it to sit in flush and level with the piece of wood. So what I'm going to do is I basically push down with my palm at the top and then twist and then just check it to see if I've gone down deep enough. So I just need to go a little bit deeper. So you just push firmly and twist and it just creates that little funnel for the tip of the bolt to sit in. This is quite good if it obviously wants something to move, like a movable device, and you could put like a little wing nut on the end of this rather than just a bolt. I've got a little nylon bolt here that will just then hold it in position. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a washer on before I put the nut on, and what the washer will do is it will basically stop the nut from digging into the wood and it makes a mess of the wood. So the washer kind of spreads the force along the piece of wood so it doesn't dig in. Okay. I've got a little nylon nut and it just holds better, so it should stop it from coming undone. Basically, it's got a little bit of plastic nylon on the inside of the bolt and it holds it. Now I need to use a Phillips screwdriver on one side of the nut to stop it from twisting, and I need to use a spanner on the other side. You'll see that I can then tighten that up. You can do it either way. You can just use a spanner to stay still, and then you could just then use the Phillips screw to then tighten through, or you can do it this way. It depends on how you see fit. So I need to stop it from twisting, so the Phillips screw will just stop it from twisting. Okay, it's good for like mechanical devices if you want things to move around. Okay, thank you for watching.